Uh, if you click this video, you were trying to watch Interstellar or Love Rosie or both, and I temporarily interrupt to say, unfortunately, I had a new setup and it sounded good when I was testing it out. And so basically, I have like these really expensive headphones, earbuds, whatever you want to call them. And when I'm like rehearsing or like practicing, I have those in my ear and I sound perfectly fine. And when for Interstellar, since it's a really big movie that I've never seen before and I was really looking forward to seeing it, I put my AirPods in and I took those out. And I think once doing that, or even I even noticed it sounded weird when one AirPod was out. But it was a new setup. I had a new phone, and because I had a new phone, I gotta connect it to OBS Studios all over again. And I was having issues because I forgot what to do. But I figured it out, or at least I thought I did. So then I had to reconnect my mic, and I thought I did that easier. But yeah, once I take my AirPods out, there's like some kind of conflict with the noise and which mic is being used somehow. I couldn't tell from that when I was using OBS Studios because everything looked the same to me. And when I was listening, everything sounded the same. But apparently, I just finished spending a little under an hour figuring it out. Went on a couple YouTube videos and they weren't really telling me exactly how to fix it. Because I don't think they had the same problem that I was having. But in the second video that I watched, I was able to resolve the issue. Essentially, when I went to my mic source and I right clicked, and then I went to properties, the device said default. And it's supposed to say my Scarlett Solo USB. And I think that's why. Well, I know that's why, because I've literally spent over 30 tries just changing things here and there. And I'm pissed off because you can see my Interstellar. Not only is this the first time this has really happened to me, but you can see in the beginning of my Interstellar reaction, I was like kind of excited to really dive in, fully immerse myself into the movie. And I was like saying, I hope I don't mess this up because the method is tried and tested. Like I've always had one of those earbuds in, hearing me perfectly fine, and I sound perfectly fine. So I'm like, and I just put both AirPods in. I had no idea that since this is the first video that was the first video I'm recording on a new phone, that my settings changed, and I would have ruined one of the best experiences that I probably will have on this channel in watching Interstellar for the first time. And then I also ruined another movie, which was a decent movie, but another movie that you guys probably wanted me to react to in Love Rosie. So this sucks. So I apologize for, and I don't want to make this long-winded. I'm probably gonna put this at the end of the video actually and try to make a shorter one because I'm already going crazy. But I apologize if you really want to watch this video of me reacting to Interstellar or even Love Rosie and you hear like a strange echo. I definitely, and it's so funny too because I was literally watching my Interstellar clips all over again to find a thumbnail, and I'm like, yo, like I sound good, everything's good, and then after the intro, when I am about to start the actual movie, it just changes. I'm like, wait, what's that sound? Is that an echo? And so I like immediately was like, no way. And so I was like, what do I do? So I went to Love Rosie, and Love Rosie sounded like that too. And I was like, no way, like what the hell's going on? And then I went to my OBS Studios and I sounded perfectly fine with those in. So I was like, what is going on? Like, so basically I just set this up to this mic stand, smaller one thing. I had it for a few months now, but I never set it up. So I was always like scared of messing up my mic boom stand over there, whatever you want to call it. And I have a friend coming over tomorrow, so we can watch my two favorite movies in About Time and Me Before You. And so I'm like, yo, let me just make sure like my setup is valid. And so I'm thinking like, yo, is this because like my mic is off? Like the method changed? Like, is that why it's sounding weird? And I'm like, no, like I did Interstellar and Love Rosie before I changed it. So why does it sound so weird? And so I immediately like start testing it out, and it sounds perfectly fine. Then I put the AirPod in, and it immediately goes to shit. And I'm like, yo, it has to be the AirPods. Like the mics must be competing somehow. But then I'm watching my settings, and I'm like, bro, like it doesn't say like anything strange is going on. And so there was like a little thing that looked strange. Like the two sources didn't totally have the same, like they weren't going out the same way. So I was like, that kind of looked off to me. And I think I might have noticed it before in Interstellar, but I didn't know any better because it's been so while since I recorded. And so I was like, oh, like there's probably nothing to it. But damn, bro, like I'm sick. Like I literally just spent, and I'm thankful I found it out now because I was afraid I was gonna have to text my friend like, yo, listen, I'm gonna have to cancel tomorrow because she's, I was gonna put her onto my two favorite movies of all time as of right now, and I would be sick. Like I know Interstellar is a great movie, and I'm actually pissed off that the audio is crap, because I know it's a lot of favorites for people, and so you're probably eager to watch my reaction, and the audio is just terrible. So I apologize for that. But for me personally, these next two movies are my favorite movies, and I'm like, I was dying for her to watch these movies with me for like almost like 2 years. And so the moment she watches it, I would want to keep that like memory of the reaction intact. And for that to sound terrible, I would have lost it. So Interstellar is a big loss. I hope you guys still enjoy. Not sure if you guys care about Love Rosie, to be honest. But if you do care about Love Rosie, I hope you enjoy that. But those two movies I couldn't afford to mess up on, so that's why I was testing my stuff now, testing the new mic change and everything, and thankfully looking for thumbnails and with Dear John, and then looking for thumbnails Interstellar, and that's when I noticed the audio was just drastically different. So yeah, I'm probably gonna put this at the end of my video because this is way too long, and I don't know if you guys want to listen to all this, so I'm probably gonna have like a shorter, more concise version of this and then right after the intro. But I just needed to rant, and maybe you guys would appreciate my rant too. So if you're one of those, then I still want to include this in the video for you, even if it's long-winded. But crap, man, it's so crazy. I was literally looking for my thumbnail for Dear John. Everything sounded perfect, and then I'm like, all right, let me go to Interstellar now. And then as I go to Interstellar, I sound perfect in the intro, and then I'm literally saying before the movie starts, all right, I'm gonna do something different now. Like I'm gonna take my monitor thing off, where I can hear myself, and just put both AirPods in so I can fully immerse myself in the film. And I just sound terrible, and I'm like, I hope this works out. Like it's tried and trusted, whatever I said. True, I don't even know, bro. Like it's such, like I always wondered, like how there's some other YouTubers that I watch, and I see like they have some fails with like their technology or something like that, and I'm like, damn, like I hope that never happens to me. And like obviously it might happen to me because like you do something so much, especially as a newbie, over time. Like so you do something so much over time, like you're bound to make some mistakes. But then as a newbie, you're bound to make mistakes too. And so I'm more of a newbie right now. Like I didn't do this long enough to just make mistakes just by nature of quantity. And I know I made my mistakes already in the beginning with having like the mono setting off or something like that. Like there was something with the settings where when I first set up my OBS Studios, like the default setting, which is to only play from one ear when you're listening. And so I have like a lot of fails with those videos. And so I'm like, all right, now I fixed it. And then I have the freezing thing. Now I think about it, damn, I have a lot of damn, what the so I started off with my settings being off, so you can only hear from one ear. Fix that. Then my video started freezing. Fix that. I realized I gotta start plugging in my phone to my laptop directly now, and it doesn't freeze anymore. And now this freaking thing, man. but I fixed that too. So yeah, I just remember recording Interstellar specifically, and I was just so like not only in awe and overwhelmed with the movie, but I was like, yo, this is gonna be like a great reaction for me to rewatch personally, because I just like never experienced a movie like that before, where I just felt completely overwhelmed and just like obviously making a channel like this, a goal of mine is to like gain a community of fans and people who love movies as much as I do. But one of the biggest drivers for me is just documenting my journey with movies. And so to have that movie be messed up, like the audio is just terrible, man. I'm just so thankful though, like at the end of the day, like it's one of the biggest movies that I was planning on reacting to, probably just based off of hearsay, what people say about the movie. I'm just thankful that at the end of the day, I still really enjoyed the movie, and it could have been worse. I could have recorded more than that and Love Rosie. I could have recorded my two favorite movies tomorrow and not realized, and that would have been way more of a bigger deal for me sentimentally. So yeah, man, this is terrible. Like I have the new setup and everything with the posters. Like I'm gonna talk about that in my next videos. But crap, man. I'm gonna call it like this. I don't want to ramble too much. I literally can just talk all day, but I realize people don't care about stuff like this. So like I could watch stuff like this all day, but maybe you can't. So I'm just gonna call it here. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm probably gonna put this at the end because it's so long. I think it's at 12 minutes right now, so probably make it shorter one to just put before the movie as like a warning. But hope you guys enjoyed. If you stuck it to the end, and if you watched this part of me explaining what happened, let me know what kind of fails you might have had when doing something, whether it was with your YouTube channel or something else. Yeah, I hope to bring you guys quality always, and so just seeing like another setback is kind of disappointing. But I know the more I continue to do this, the better I might get and know what to look out for. So if you're working with OBS Studios, just make sure you're right-clicking your sources for your mic. There's like a tab for sources. When you go to your mic, right-click on it, go to properties, and just make sure it's not on default. Go to the name of your mic. Oh man, because when I was going on YouTube videos too, they kept telling me to like mute everything else or disable everything else, and everything was basically all disabled. So that's why it wasn't working. But it was the freaking source directly, man. I was like, yo, what? Oh, because the AirPods are new too. That's something I forgot to mention. The AirPods are new too. So that's what I was initially thinking. I was like, yo, is it the new AirPods? Like, are they like automatically set up to read as a mic or something? Like, what's going on? Yeah, like when I was recording, there I go rambling again. But I'm just gonna talk my stuff. At the end of the day, you guys could leave if you guys want. This is a documentary for myself. But I was recording one of the Hobbit movies, if not a few of them, and it just kept freezing on me. And I was like, bro, these are not the movies to be freezing on, bro. Like, I think these are like fan favorite movies. But yeah, I learned my lesson, I think. Knock on wood, everything else goes smoothly. I managed to get this stand working. It's taking forever to screw in, and I was scared I was wearing out the twist thing. I don't even know what it's called anymore. It wasn't like fitting. Pause, like not thinking derogatory. I was trying to stick it in a hole and it wasn't like fitting well, and I was trying to tighten it, and I was scared I was wearing it out. That's what she said. And so I was debating, like, do I just put it back on my arm stand, my mic stand, whatever you want to call it, mic arm, whatever it's called, and just hope that whenever I'm working with someone, like have one of my friends over to react to something, they still sound pretty good? Or do I just try one more time? And I tried one more time, which ended up being like the 5th try in total, but tried one more time and it ended up working. So I'm really glad that happened. I'm really glad it worked, because I was debating on either putting it back or just holding it. And I know when you hold it, I assume when you move it around, it might make some of that movement might get caught into the audio, and it might sound annoying, like someone scratching the chalkboard or something like that. Maybe not that bad, but just other feedback you don't want in your video. So I'm really glad this worked out. Now I know whenever I have friends over, they're gonna sound better. I'm probably gonna put it back over there when I do my own solo videos, just because I feel like it feels better and like it's more out of the way. Whereas in this, is like directly on me. So, damn, man, I just feel so like annoyed, bro. I just spent like almost an hour, literally like 32 takes. I was just changing one thing at a time, just comparing. Yeah, that's terrible, bro. But alright, I'm gonna leave you guys to it. I gotta record the shorter version now, so appreciate y'all again for tapping in. And if you stuck through the whole movie reaction, despite it sounding like that, really appreciate it. I hope you were still able to get out of it what you wanted to, despite it sounding strange. So yeah, I'm gonna call it. Thanks, guys.